am completely overwhelmed trying to take care of the kids. I'm drowning every day. It's miserable. Like, I'm desperate to get a mental break from taking care of everyone.
Okay, guys, this is bat crap crazy. It just is. This isn't about postpartum hormones or the struggles of motherhood or parsing out the legal definition of insanity in a criminal trial. You can have questions over how culpable Lindsay Clancy was in her actions and still not venerate her like a saint. This is absolutely bizarre. This is women taking the time to set up a camera in their bathroom and chuck ice into their shower or beat a pillow against a wall or whatever in some grand show of their maternal suffering. Nothing about that is real. This is performative nonsense being done for internet clout, and I'm calling it out. Postpartum realities exist. They are normal, they are temporary, and most women get through them just fine. Whether you believe her or not, Lindsay Clancy is claiming that she suffered from bipolar disorder, postpartum psychosis, and an over-medication-induced psychotic break. None of which have anything to do with the fact that you're riding the struggle bus today because you didn't get your full 8 hours and your toddler threw his Cheerios on the floor this morning. I mean, y'all are reading yourselves into a terribly tragic story that includes 3 dead children being left on a basement floor, in case you've forgotten, because you are so desperate and starved for attention. Parenting comes with its challenges. It is not a cakewalk every day. It also comes with incredible joy that make the hard days worth it by miles. Millions of women get up every single day and embrace motherhood for the amazing blessing that it is. So I'm not going to sit here in silence while all of these attention-starved banshees over on TikTok make us all look like nut jobs. So if you're sitting there holding your baby, fake crying, and talking about how you can understand why a woman might want to strangle her kids, you need a visit from Child Protective Services now. If you're setting up your ring light to go chuck ice cubes in a shower, you need to get off the internet and go touch grass. This is not what moms do. This is not what normal women do. This is not what sane people do. I have all kinds of sympathy for a mother recovering from childbirth and learning how to parent a brand new human. I do. I've been there. I have sympathy for the woman who might be having a legit medical episode, goes to a doctor, they give her a pharmacy's worth of pills, and it turns her brain into scrambled eggs. Doesn't justify murder, but over-medication is a thing, and I have some sympathy for that. But no, I don't have sympathy for whatever this is.
Let's congratulate and give a round of applause to the Ku Klux Klan members, the mentally ill and mentally psychotic women who decided to stand behind Lindsay Clancy. You just proved to every single person and every single man in the United States of America, and then some, that we should never elect a female president to run this country. I said what I said. This is coming from a female, because you guys don't have the emotional capability nor the mental capacity to make decisions for yourself, let alone for a country. Because let's say you're having a bad day, you had a little bit too much caffeine, you're feeling a little stressy, you had a little bit too much on your little platey, and you decided to bomb a country because you felt like it. You decided to slit some throats with some bands because you felt like it. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. I'll leave it up to the big dogs. I'll leave it up to the men. I'm cool. Do not put me behind no female president. I'm good, fam.
Listen up, man, because this one is for you.
Been a while, but I have to pop on here just to say that I've been following this Lindsay Clancy trial, especially as a mother of 2 who dealt with a lot of postpartum mental illness, and just following all their birth charts and birthdays and zodiac signs. He did it. He's a Gemini man.
Boys, we need to have a serious conversation about this, and I mean serious. This is the first time we are really seeing how many mentally unstable women that not only are we living with, but having children with. When I say we need to wake up, I mean we need to wake the up. You need to pay attention to who you're sleeping with, who you're having children with, who you are marrying, and who you're going to sleep with at the end of the night. Because you very well could not wake up the next morning. Not only are hundreds of thousands of women, maybe even millions of women coming out and defending this woman for unaliving her 3 children, they're also blaming the husband. We have seen women with zero accountability forever, but we always make it a joke, like 100 women versus accountability. This is no longer a joke. These women are mentally ill. This woman in this video is on the internet crying about another woman who unalived her 3 children and blaming mental load, her doctors, and her husband. When she herself and even the defense are not arguing whether she did it or not, they already admitted that she did. These women don't care about the facts. They just love to make assumptions and blame anyone but the women. At one end, you have women unaliving their unborn children at insane rates and cheering for it. And on the other hand, you have women unaliving their born children and other women supporting it and making videos talking about wanting to unalive their own children. This isn't a joke. This isn't men versus women anymore. It's good versus evil, and these women are evil. And a huge part to blame is weak men. The men that allow this to happen because they're blinded by lust. The men that don't hold women accountable. You can't have a society where one gender is looked at as can never be wrong and not expect them to not ruin that society.
Imagine if you're a guy and your wife is on TikTok sympathizing with this sicko. And I've seen it. I've seen TikToks of women holding their own children in their arms and saying, we need justice for Lindsay Clancy. Imagine that's your wife. Imagine that's the mother of your children. If I had a family, if that was my wife, I would have her 5150'd immediately. I would take the children and...
See, we've talked about for years how if a woman wants to abort her baby, right, it's self-care. If a man says, hey, I'm not ready for a child, I don't want to have that baby, he's a deadbeat. If a woman cheats on her husband and destroys her family, they say, well, the man must have not been doing something right, not meeting her needs. If a man cheats, right, on his wife, he's the worst person in the world. And we're getting to a place where the double standards, right, and the lack of accountability and just all the excuses for women when they do evil things, bad things, we got to talk about it. And you brothers, you got to be careful, all right, who you marry, who you get in a relationship with, and who you have children with.
And she knows, and I know she knows.
You're saying that mothers who take to TikTok to defend Lindsay Clancy could face real-world consequences for that kind of response, especially in custody hearings. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. I've been doing this for 20 years, and this is the first time I've seen people who affiliate and recognize and say, this person has a psychosis, and I there should be treated special because I had the same psychosis. So I've had clients, and I have clients currently, where we are taking their messages from TikTok where they've said, hey, I have this particular delusion. It is a delusion. It is a psychosis. It is a homicidal or suicidal ideation. And we are filed motions to restrict their rights, to have the children removed, to have a forensic evaluation, a mental health evaluation. This is about children, not about parent rights. And so when it's framed the way that it's been framed by these supporters, it's framed in a way of, let's focus on me and my rights. Well, if you look at Lindsay Clancy, she had a husband who made $400 grand. She had a mother, a father. She had multiple doctors. She had more help than anyone that I have had. I represent a lot of women. I've never had anyone with that much help. And so when I look at like, what's the defect here? Well, the defect has to do with how people are identifying with a child killer.
This week was a bad look for women. First, an absolute moron.
Shalom, call law, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH is giving our praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit, double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful lake scattered abroad. Shalom, 244,000. And real quick, I just want to touch on this. I'm going to show you three videos. I'll add a little commentary, quote scriptures as much as I can, but I don't want to make this video too long, and I don't want to get too much into these women. But as you seen this woman say right here,
this week was a bad look for women.
This week was a bad look for women, which was last week. Here it is, Monday. All right, I already did my first video for the day. It has a little something to do with women. Here we are, this video. So I ain't gonna I don't want to do too many videos concerning these damn women. But this is the spirit, bro. It's not that we want to get on women. It's the spirit that's getting on women. Because of the problem that we're seeing in society, okay? And it's based off a lot of this feminism garbage, man. All right? This devil, Esau, he has polluted the minds of these women. And as men, you can't live with them, you can't live without them, and we have children with them, so you got to understand how to deal with women, okay? Especially in this, current, time that we're living in. So let me play 3 of these videos, man, showing you what's going on, all right? Showing you how just completely bugged out these women have become, and why the Lord is gonna have to just destroy a lot of these women here in America, man. All right, let's play this.
Absolute moron on the internet said this. This week was a bad look for women. First, an absolute moron on the internet said this.
My truest thought on this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding what womanhood is.
I agree.
I think that...
What? Wrong. Incorrect. Then Lindsay Clancy was put on trial for strangling her father.
And the woman that said I agree, it shows you that these women just agree with each other based off of not even agreeing, or they just don't even think. As long as the woman's saying it, they agree.
5-year-old, 3-year-old, and 8-month-old with exercise bands. And women on the internet responded by posting solidarity videos with her, throwing ice at bathtubs to release their rage, and by protesting on the killer's behalf outside of her courtroom. Everybody needs committed. Then a North Dakota mother the throats of her 3-year-old, 1-year-old, and 5-month-old after telling the dad to say goodbye to the kids. The only child to survive was the 1-year-old named Colton. I mean, this is...
And he's an Edomite woman, bro. He's a Edomite, and that's how you know this man's kingdom is through. Let me grab this real quick. Wickedness moth. All right, let's grab this real quick because hey, man, this right here go to show you, bro, that one, this man is losing his kingdom. Two, you know, this whole feminism thing was a complete, it was a failure, but then again, it was a success because it was never to empower women. It was to ultimately take power from women and, you know, destroy the house, okay? Destroy the nuclear family. This is what the Rothschilds wanted, to destroy the nuclear family, destroy, and in doing that, you're destroying, you know, the people, all right? So it says, Ecclesiastes chapter 42 and verse 12, it says, behold not everybody's beauty and sit not in the midst of women, right? So you can't just be, attracted to these women, thinking with your little head and not your big head. You're not supposed to be in that spirit when it comes to these women. It says, and sit not in the midst of women, for from garments come a moth, and from women wickedness. All right. And the Bible doesn't say a lot of beautiful things about women, and there's a reason why. Okay, because quite frankly, it's, these things are true. All right, let's go right here and grab what's this? Rock, and let's grab this in G&T and see what it says. 42 and 13. 42 and 13. It says 12. It says, don't let her show off her beauty in front of men or spend her time talking with the women. And this is the thing, you women out here, they out here showing their beauty off in front of all these men. That's why I was telling somebody last night, bro. You see those Islamic and those Muslim women. What happened when they get married? They cover their heads because hair is attractive to a man. These black bitches out here, I gotta get my hair done. I gotta get my hair. They always get their hair done. They get these long braids and with all this, jewelry in them, and they, flinging their hair in all the men's faces and at the job and shit. And that's attractive to a man. A man, what does a man do when he dominates a woman? He pulls her by her hair. You see that even in the animal kingdom. Particular animals, they'll bite the back of the woman's head. The female animal's head. That's how a man conquers a woman. So a woman, when she's committed and with a man, she's not supposed to be showing her beauty off, her hair, which is her beauty. That's a woman's glory, is her hair. And that's why our women don't have no fucking hair. I gotta do a video about that too. Or spend her time talking with the women. Women hurt other women just as moths damage clothing. You see? And these women, they give each other the bad advice. A woman's wickedness is better than a man's wickedness is better than a woman's goodness. Women bring shame and disgrace. So in a man's wickedness is even better than the goodness of a woman. Okay, and that's crazy to think about. But let's go back. I don't want to lose this.
I was the 1-year-old named Colton. I mean, this is despicable. What is going on? Also this week, a crazy chick posted a video of herself to social media pouring hot wax on her children, lighting her house on fire, and twerking. Oh, and it turns out that she's also an illegal alien from Cuba.
And this is why these other nations, they're going to be angry, man. They're angry. They're getting pissed off with America. They're tired of this place, and we see why. Hey, man, America's pushing this vibration upon all of these other nations. These nations not dealing with it because their women are being destroyed. Their families are being destroyed. You see?
She's been arrested and detained. Then there's Jessica Bowie, who apparently went from blue-haired lib to full-fledged supporter. She was just arrested for plotting to BOMB the New York State.
Look at this demon, man. Look at this demon, bro. Look at this.
Capital and then flee to the Middle East. What a perfect use of free will. I should point out here that as of 2020, according to Pew Research, over 50% of liberal women under the age of 30 reported having a mental health condition. And then this week, the governor of New Jersey signed a bill effective.
That's why they all on psych meds. They all seeing therapists. Anytime I talk to a woman, she tell me she got a therapist. I'm done talking to your ass because you talking. If you need somebody to talk to, It ain't me no more, okay? Go talk to your therapist, because these women are bugged the hell out, man. They got demons on them, all right?
Banning Christians from praying outside of a clinic.
Or a psychiatrist. That means the bitch is psycho. And a lot of that is because these women have been overly promiscuous and giving their bodies up, done been slutted out, and there is no hope for them not anymore. For the most of them, okay? For you sisters out there that's sincere and that's true, repent, keep repenting, and work hard every day to make shit right with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, and your man. Okay, if you have a man, if you don't have a man, you better go get one. And not just any man, a man of the Lord. If you can't tell who the man of the Lord is, it's probably because you're not a man. It's probably because you're not a woman of the Lord.
And she did that with a smile. And last week, the Massachusetts governor signed a bill allowing women to terminate the pregnancy up to the point of birth. In America, there are more than 1 million each year. And if it were counted as a cause of death, it would be #1 by leaps and bounds. Also, here's what a baby looks like at 20 weeks. 20 weeks, heartbeat. She's a girl. So, great.
What's that scripture? Monstrous murderers. I want to grab it, but for a second time I'm not going to be able to. But murders of children, man. This is what's going on. This is what, these women have become because of the liberty that America has afforded them. Okay, to not have to answer and just this past week, this is coming out because of all these headlines coming out about these women. And they just came out this past week and said how, as she said in the beginning, you can, pretty much unalive the baby or abort the baby up to 20 weeks.
Great job, ladies. We cannot define what a woman is, but we think trans dudes have a better understanding of what womanhood is. We defend mothers who their children.
And you, as a mother, your first, thing is to get with a man, bear children, and take care of those children, take care of the house, not to be destroying the house. I went into that, did a video last night. Well, I did that a couple days ago, but I put it up last night about that, man, about the woman that destroyed her house.
For every 3.2 live births in America, there is one. Also, we're unhappier than we've ever been. Even though, as this person points out, we won. Men are doing terribly. Women are doing amazing. We make more money. We have lower rates of addiction, alcoholism. We live longer. We can fly fighter planes and be in combat. Marriage is optional. Divorce is no fault. We win over 99% of custody battles. We control fertility at will and can't get drafted. But we're unmarried and we're unhappy. So it's just another week here of modern feminism.
Yeah, it shows you that these women really they were created to serve a man. They were created to be with a man. That was your life's, purpose, is to submit to a man. But when you're not doing what the Most High created you for, you're unhappy. Okay, it's not a life. Satan convince you that this other bullshit is what God created you for, and then you find out that it's not. After you already destroyed yourself and your life and your family, and now you out there on your own with a bunch of cats that's going to eat you when you die in your apartment.
Testing. Are we going to do anything about the mental health crisis plaguing women in America?
Mental health is serious, bro. I explain this to bros all the time too, because I'm very big on mental health as well. Like if anything is in the way, I'm getting it the fuck out of the way. It don't matter, because mental health is important. It's gonna have you crying in the toilet like this if you not mentally stable. And as a man, you have to be mentally stable, especially for your wife and your children. If you got kids, you gotta be mentally stable, man.
Right now, I did not know that so many white women wanted to kill their kids. We thought,
why? And then, like I said, this is how you know Esau is losing. You know the condition of a nation by the condition of their women. If the women is through, guess what? Then that whole nation is through, man.
All the murder shows that women watch was just for entertainment. All the Law and Order Special Victims Unit, the Dexter.
A lot of these Edomite women too, they still hold on to that feminism shit. They're not gonna let that go. And a lot of women hold on to it, but you see a lot of women too, which I can show you that too at the end of this video. They starting to talk about sharing a man. They're going back to the old paths. Okay, but these women not right here. They are in their in their final stretch, man. It's gonna get a little loud. I'm going back into this job, but bear with me. Lord, when this is edifying to the foot, let y'all come show about ball.
That how to get away with murder? Nah, these bitches really feel this in their brain, in their heart, in their spirit. These bitches are the devil. I'm under the impression that women love people like Ted Bundy so much, Marilyn Manson so much, because inside, them bitches are the serial killer. If you didn't already know, killing is not the easiest task to complete.
Let me tell you. You want to know what it is? It's a parasite. Okay, so no. Yes, it is a literal.
Hey, the Lord going to rid these demons from off the face of the earth. This is why America's going to get hit with thermonuclear missiles. Oh, look how she's smiling. She's so proud that she's saying it. She's talking about a child. She's talking about a baby. Look at these people, man. If you can even call them people. The Lord got to do something serious this time around. And that's why we read about the nukes. Send the nukes.
Living type of thing. It's a parasite inside of its host. It cannot survive outside of its host. You know what a parasite is? Yes, it is something that survives within something else. It cannot survive outside of the mother. It can't survive outside of the host.
It has to be a different species from the host. And two humans can only reproduce.
Idiot.
No.
Idiot.
Yes.
Look at this. Yes, idiot. Come on, bro. Hey, may YAHAWASHI send judgment upon this place, man. We're not even arguing no more. We're not even going back and forth. We don't even want to hear these arguments. But I got to play this for this past week's sake, you know, concerning these women, bro, because hey, it's going to get worse out here, bro.
Let me tell her. You want to know what it is? It's a parasite.
Okay, so no.
Yes, it is a literal living type of thing. It's a parasite inside of its host. It cannot survive outside of its host.
You know what a parasite is?
Weeks. Yes, it is something that survives within something else. It cannot survive outside of the mother. It can't survive outside of the host.
Parasite, it has to be a different species from the host. And two humans can only reproduce.
No, babe. No.
Yes.
I think some of us were children at one point in our lives. What the fuck happened? One who flew over the cuckoo's nest needs to go in full effect by Monday.
DJ, Jasmine, time to wake up. You ready for pre-K? June! Oh, June, I bet you're going to love kindergarten.
You mean to tell me these babies aren't real? What school is she preparing to send these doll babies to? When we were children, we played house. She is a grown-ass woman. This is unreal. This is like an episode of Black Mirror. We have to open up mental institution facilities. Like today. God, if you can hear me, can you please come back? I know you're listening. I know you might be busy, but can you please?
He's coming. Don't you worry.
You see what's going on down here, man? God, I don't even want to put the burden on you to fix it. I just want you to finish it. If you could just finish it, I'm cool with that. And why
Send
are
the
these doll
nuke.
babies biracial? She got fantasies with it, Lord. This reminds me of Angelina Jolie when she adopted them African kids. I need law enforcement to put all of these bitches in a RICO case. You don't like kids, if you don't love kids, if you know you fucked up, why you even have a kid? You stupid ass bitches. Motherhood is a privilege. And if you have a mental problem that does not allow you to love children, but yet cause and bring harm to children, maybe your life should be the one taken instead. Then we got this crazy bitch, Lindsay Clancy, that kicked it all off. They treating this crazy bitch like she Katniss Everdeen. They treating this bitch like she won the Hunger Games. Put these bitches in the next Squid Game. Or give them the death penalty. I'm cool with either one. The shame! I said the shame.
Yeah. People have become shameless. Women have become shameless, man. All right, what I went into earlier. Become shameless, man. So hey, we in that time, bro. But the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's only going to go. I got one more video, maybe two more. Let me see. Bear with me 1 second. All right, let's go back.
I'm a repeal the 19th Amendment type of girly, and a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, like how could you believe that? You're a woman. See, the problem is whenever women no longer have to seek the approval of men, they only seek the opinion of each other. So women get into these women-only enclaves and they circle jerk their opinions until they just end up in a hellhole full of killing babies and transgenderism and not protecting yourselves and things like that. Only men can conceptualize protecting people and like defending and justice. Women feel bad whenever they punish criminals. And this is not a way that society can be ran, because if you feel bad when punishing criminals, you will basically let the victims be terrorized over and over again.
There you go. Let's go back.
Your government.
Public service announcement. You're going to have to share your man. Yes, I said you're going to have to share your man. No. We're not
They lucky
asking
for the
you
noise.
to share your man. Because see, this is a revolution. In order to be the evolution of the revolution, you're going to have to share your man. Like, who needs a best friend? How is that adding value to building a legacy or protecting a legacy? Are you not tired of broken homes? Y'all out here complaining about depression? Do you not realize you control the universe? The universe does not control you.
Hey, a woman ain't supposed to have no best friends, because your best friend's gonna influence you to do some whole shit. If you guys deal with, if a woman has a friend, or a best friend, she's supposed to be a sister wife. If she ain't your biological sister, she's supposed to be your sister wife. Y'all supposed to be working together to accomplish the same goal, not to be out here working against each other in competition and sleeping with the same dudes, man. Okay, nah, you know, anyway, you sleep with the same dudes anyways, you know, and then what? Yeah, both got other dudes y'all dealing with. Come on, bro. Okay, so she said it's a revolution. It's a revolution from, you know, this old feminist garbage they was pushing out here, man. All right.
Welcome to Stargate number 9, where you're going to have to share the one you love. How can you say you love somebody unconditionally, but you want to control them? Is that really love if it is based off of incarcerating someone or incarcerating yourself? You're going to have to share the person you love. Because see,
women, they want to control the man because things is out of order. That's not the way the Lord set things up to be. Now we live in a world where women think they can control the man, but really the man's supposed to control the woman. And that control is going to lead her to a better life, because you need to be controlled from yourself, from your own impulse, from Satan. You know, for you are the weaker vessel. You know, say the woman's weaker vessel, she gotta be helped, she gotta be controlled from herself.
this isn't about emotions. It's about economics. It's about protection. It's about growing and ascending into the source, into one, to wholeness. Rise of the gods. May your journey to Polly not be your burden, but it be your blessing. Public service announcement. You're going to have to share your name.
This Polly thing is God's plan, man. It's not what necessarily we want. It's what the Lord wants.
America. I don't know what the fuck are we doing. I don't know if we need to hear this, you guys, but we need to start talking about the it's not all women argument. And let me explain to you guys what I mean by that. You guys, ever since this Lindsay Clark thing started coming up, men have becoming more aware, which I've been telling everybody since I was 17, by the way, how much women are actually destroying our society. And now, after years of giving women authority and power with no responsibility, we're now really starting to question whether women can actually function properly within a society at the same level that men can. And now that men are doing it, I'm seeing a lot of women coming out of the woodworks, and especially on my post, saying, well, it's not all women. And here's the thing about that, you guys. I'm 27 years old, right? I'm not even 30. Throughout my entire childhood, all I've ever heard was how bad men were. We would coin terms like toxic masculinity, encompassing the entirety of the male populace and saying that they are bad and evil. Women have emasculated men. They have feminized society. They tore down and broke down any male role model that they don't agree with. And I'm a child mentor. I've seen in school, these women will single out boys. They will neglect these boys, and these boys will grow up incompetent, and they'll do the same to them at home. And no women, only up until around maybe like 2 years ago, have stood up and said, it's not all men. So I have a question. After decades of abuse society has gotten from women, why should we factor in women's feelings? For me personally, I think women should be shamed a lot more. I think women should be shunned a lot more. Because majority of women have contributed to the machine that we call feminism. Unless you're married and have kids and work as a dutiful wife to your husband, I don't want to hear it. Women have done nothing but destroy Western society. And all they've done is blame men for it. Even to this day, even when men have been emasculated, even when men are no longer the head leads in society, we still blame men for society's problems. And yet society keeps on getting worse every single year. So who else is to blame for society's problem? The children? So this is what I want men to understand. It does not matter if she's conservative. It does not matter if she's liberal. It doesn't matter if she's Christian. It doesn't matter if she's atheist. You must have her prove to you that she is worthy of being a wife, to be provided for, and then she'll get called a good woman.
Right.
We have to start caring less about how women feel.
Yeah, he said some heavy right there. You got to prove that she's worthy. Yeah. 3 hours ago. Everything you got over there. Thank you. Appreciate it. Not mistaken. Have a good one. Have a good one. Thank you. Damn, I lost it, man. Hold on, bring it back.
She is worthy of being the head leads in society. We still blame men for society's problems. And yet society keeps on getting worse every single year. So who else is to blame for society's problems? The children? So this is what I want men to understand. It does not matter if she's conservative. It does not matter if she's liberal. It doesn't matter if she's Christian. It doesn't matter if she's atheist. You must have her prove to you that she is worthy of being a wife, to be provided for. And then
women expect just to provide for them. They bring nothing to the table with problems and body, these demons, and they expect you to just to be a provider. You supposed to provide. You supposed to provide. Well, hey, we gotta see if you're a wife first. Because just because you're a woman don't mean you're a wife. You know, some of y'all was created to be harlots, man. Okay. Quick pump and dump, man. But very few of you were created to be wives. Okay. And that's a job. That's a role.
And she'll get called a good woman. We have to start caring less about how women feel and just push them to be better people, because listening to women all the time is what's got us here in the first place. I don't care if this comes off as misogynistic. I don't care if this comes off as women hating. You know what I mean? Because everything is women hating these days. And so I'll leave you all with this. If you're a good woman, you'll find a good man. As a man, have her prove to you that she's a good woman. If she don't want to be a good woman, leave that girl behind, because there's always going to be another woman overseas. I hope this helps.
Overseas, yeah. We got this too, because he says in heaven. All right, what's that scripture? Oh yeah, we all die. All right, through her we all die. All right, women are wicked, bro. So because of that, you listen to them, you follow them. All right, you end up in the worst case. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 24. The woman came to the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Yeah. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad. That's what's happening here in America, and I'm seeing the consequences of that. All right, you're seeing the consequences of it, man. It's just getting worse. So the Lord got to do something soon, and He about to. Don't get it wrong. But other things too is that He was saying, you know, we ain't worried about how you women feel. All right, we here to tell you the truth. The truth hurts. You can either take it or leave it. But you know, I be seeing bros be kind of like iffy about doing the videos on the women. Oh, I want to do videos. Look, man, it's in the scriptures for a reason. Okay, if you're a man, you're a prophet.